Your DNA is in your dream. Your DNA is in your dream.
Stop wasting valuable time, knowing that if we begin to live our lives as if each day were our last, our lives will take on a whole new meaning. It take on a whole new expression, valuing each moment that we are blessed with.
I had been working my whole life. And what I didn't understand, by being determined to chase something, by being committed to it, and what commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do long after the mood that you have set it in has left. You see, people think commitment is saying, yes, I'll do it on the days when it feels good. But I have been committed to everything that I ever started in my life, and I never stopped and I never quit it. And so by being committed to everything that I started, I finished it. It built a certain type of spirit. It built a certain type of mentality. It built a certain type of individual. And so now I couldn't quit even if I wanted to. I couldn't lay in the bed even if I wanted to. I couldn't stop even if I wanted to. I had too much sweat equity in my life and everything that I was doing. Because I understood my existence wasn't about me. I went from me to we a long time ago. I understood the process is more important than the product. It wasn't about the outcome for me. Whether I made it to the NFL or not, that was inconsequential in God's plan for my life. But I was going to fall in love with that process, because I understood by falling in love with that process, it was going to turn me into a machine.
The next thing that begins to nurture that hunger, honor yourself as your word. Don't give your word out lightly. When you throw your word out there and you don't honor it, it makes a statement about you. If you decide to maintain a sense of integrity with yourself, that if I speak it, I'm going to live it. It's who I am. And I'm going to be very cautious in how I give my word to others, and most of all with the commitments that I make to myself, because I want my life to reflect my words and honoring who I am and what I express. Another challenging area in terms of nurturing and developing that hunger in yourself is learning the art of becoming single-minded, learning how to concentrate, learning how to focus in. And you'll be surprised at the things that you're able to do. When you learn how to block things out, when you learn how to keep thine eyes single, you'll be surprised at the ideas that will come to you, of the people that you'll be able to attract, of the opportunities that you'll be able to see. You'll begin to see things that have been standing there looking you in the face saying, I can't believe this has been here all this time. Here's a habit that I do. Maybe it might be of some value to you. I get up in the morning and I start writing what great ideas that I can think of today that can improve me and that will enable me to reach my goal. And I just let my mind flow. Sometimes I write 15, 20 ideas. Some days it's more difficult than others. One idea can change your life. One idea can turn your life around. Deciding that you're going to focus to develop your skills. A guy was the new owner of a baseball team that was in the basement of the league when he took it over. He went to the pitcher and he said, what is your best throw? And he said, well, I got a good curveball and I've got a good fastball. And he went on talking about his different throws. He said, but tell me this, what is your best throw? He thought for a moment. He said, I've got a good fastball. He said, that's all I want you to work on. Nothing else. Just develop your fastball. The next year, they went to the World Series. Most people don't know where their fastball is. Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents. They have skills and abilities, but if you don't nurture them, if you don't develop them, they will never serve you. Your gifts can take you many places if you develop your gifts. Most of us don't like to do those things that come easy to us. I've always loved to talk to people. I decided, taking this advice, to develop my skills as a speaker. And my gift has developed and it's taken me many places. You have something that you brought to the universe, And that if you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well, and becoming the best at it, and mastering myself, and seeing what I have within me, if you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. I grant you that if you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself, because part of beginning to get a larger vision of yourself, all of us need some area of our lives where we can have a feeling of competence. That people know when they think about this area, that's something you do. That you eat and sleep that. And that you do that. You do that. And people know it. And you know it. And you know that you know that you know this. If you don't know anything else, you know this. Can you tell I know what I'm doing? Oh, hello. You know this. So you've got to work on it. When other folk are having a good time, you've got to have the strength of character to concentrate, to read, to digest information. If you decide in any particular area that you're concerned about, to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to read one book a month in that area, in 5 years, you'll be among the top 5% experts in the world. I read a minimum of 2 books a week. The average American reads only 1 book a year. If you decide that area that you love, that you are going to master that particular area, in this era of accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition, as you begin to develop and expand your skills and your talents and your vision of yourself, you will always be in control of your destiny.
We go to school for all these years and they never really show us the importance of dreaming. Right? I look at school and I'm like, yo, the way school is designed is it's designing you to be prepared to work for somebody else. And I'm not even upset with that, but there's little of you that you get, right? Y'all got to work with me because this is deep, right? So I said to my son, son, I got to ask you a question, and I'm being serious. I said, do you believe you created yourself? He was like, what? I was like, do you believe you created yourself? He said, no. I said, do you believe there's a creator? He said, of course I do. I said, no, don't do that. Don't do the dad thing, because you know who I am, and you know, I'm about that life. Don't answer I'm asking you for real. You don't owe me nothing. This is you. Do you believe that there's something out here that's bigger than you? He said, of course I do, Dad. I said, do you believe as a human being, not in a braggadocious way, but that you are the greatest level of all creation? And he's like, you mean over a deer? It's like, yeah, deer. You mean better than the eagle? I'm like, yeah, like an eagle. He was like, of course, because we can make decisions. We can do things. I said, okay. I just want to go back again. You don't believe you were created? He said, no, but you believe there's a higher power. He was like, yeah. And I said, okay. You believe as a human, you powerful. He was like, of course. I say, so as a human, do you believe you were just born to be in a relationship, have sex, and have money and buy stuff? No, I guess it's something bigger than that, Dad. It's I guess the other thing is important. I said, well, you do that. Why have you never gone after the car? Why you spend so much time worried about a relationship? Why you spend so much time, son, worried about money and cars and stuff? If you really believe what you just told me, that as a human is something greater than that, then why aren't you on that? He was like, I don't know. I said, because here's the trick, son. If you get this and that, you still might not get you. I'm just being real with the montage. I think it's a fabulous place. It's great. But I didn't walk in there it was really the mountains that made me go, whoa. It was really when I saw the birds flying that high, I was like, unbelievable. It wasn't really the room that I was like, this is the great. As a matter of fact, the guy was getting on my nerve. I guess when you pay money to go there, they got to try to do the whole personable thing. I'm like, bro, I'm on the call. Please, just give me the keys so I can go to my room. And if I have some problems when I get to my room, I will call you So I'm having a conversation with my son saying, son, do me a huge favor. Don't go after low-hanging fruits.